The billions of ringgit lost due to project abandonment could be better utilized for nation building as providing affordable and secure housing for the rakyat.
Today's focus group discussion is, in a way, it's a very informal discussion based on each of the topics that we will be taking through.
We're going to break into 5 sections according to the surveys that have been sent out, and we would like you to discuss on your tables each of these 5 sections.
The local authorities are basically outsourcing their social responsibility to developers, and that is enhancing costs, and that will continue to cause further abandonment if these issues are not addressed.
I think these unlicensed developers actually take advantage of the Act, which is actually 4 units and below. So they actually sort of, get away from the Act.
These new conditions actually are imposed by service providers, TNB, provided by Water Department. That leads to abandonment, definitely.
Contohlah, pelan JPBD telah diluluskan since 1996. Pelan bangunan pun telah diluluskan during that time. Spek semua tak sama dengan tahun 2024. Jadi bila kita nak pulihkan, dia kena masuk balik PB. Yang itu yang kita ada problem.
Most of the units or projects is come from this unlicensed, okay?
But the fact is that if the project is not viable, no matter how many report you ask, project not viable, it's going to fail anyway.
Setiap kali projek terbengkalai, we gonna take the file from other division to our division, then we are going to do due diligence first. So from technical aspect, finance aspect, then
what we need to do is to enhance protection of the house buyer within the context of the current mechanism. The mechanism is there. The issue here is the controller is not operationalized legally.
To safeguard a project, what we must do is a developer must have the financial strength.
Build and sell was the ideal, but not suited for this country in terms of the business, the way you do things over here.
In order to actually solve the abandoned project, maybe purchasers themselves also have to be willing to put out a bit more money to solve the project.
They just, channel the information from the developers around Malaysia to KPKT.
If again developers still can't go forward, and then you might have to bring it out to authorities or other relevant higher authority to just inform what's going on. I think here, because as a consultant, you have to act independently, transparent and impartial.
Jadi KPKT juga sedang one of the proposal lah yang kita buat dalam penambahbaikan akta, yang mana housing project can only be sold after the developer has secured at least 50% buyer.